adventurers, let's get started. Previously on Junior Adventurers League, Professor Galleria Varric has gone missing. Pursuing rumors that the lost city of Chelondia had been found, the absent-minded scholar and cleric departed on spring sabbatical, but has failed to report back. Her colleagues among the faculty at the Gygaxian School for Future Adventurers have grown concerned. None more so than Professor Glitch, the school's resident artificer. The clever goblin inventor has a plan to rescue his colleague, and whom better to accompany him than the 4 newest recruits in the Junior Adventurers League. The adventure begins on the 70th of Summershine, year 557 of Kairosha's 4th age. This is episode 2, Shell or High Water.
Ooh.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the second episode of Junior Adventurers League. This is a brand new D&D actual play stream that is brought to you by the creators and cast of Experience Points. In Junior Adventurers League, our heroes are students at the Gygaxian School for Future Adventurers, a fantasy boarding school that teaches children everything they need to know about exploring dungeons and slaying dragons. Each week, our adolescent heroes undertake a new and perilous quest chosen by our audience in a weekly poll that will test their skills, their knowledge, and their teamwork. Kate, would you like to talk to them a little bit about what Experience Points even is in the first place?
I really would. If you are just joining us and you have no idea why or what you're doing here, or who we are Experience Points, which is a 12-part web series about D&D and the people who play it. It can be found on YouTube, and you should go watch it when you're done watching this. You just binge through it every Sunday. It's, I think, good and like a healthy thing to do. So you should probably do that. We are currently fundraising to make our season 2, so we have a Patreon. If you are not already a patron, you should also consider being a patron, because you get lots of cool perks that are, there's a couple different tiers for perks and everything like that. And we're going to add in other things throughout the year. We'll have some drives, we'll have some incentives in stream, so back us there, watch us on YouTube, enjoy us every week, because it's healthy. It is, and it's okay. Don't listen to what anybody else says.
All right, let's meet our adventurers. We'll go down the line real quick, do a brief player name, character name, and class, and then I want to know what grade or what class in the Gygaxian School of Adventurers did your character get the worst grade in? What are you the worst at school? Okay. We're gonna start with. We're gonna go backwards this time. We're gonna start with Kevin over here on the left
Dang
side.
Dang it! Come on.
We started with Cody last time. I'm gonna start with you.
Right, my name is Kevin. I play Zydromedes in the XP web series. XP web series. And what was the other thing? My character here.
Who is your character
here?
My
character here is Moss. He is a dwarven druid, and the class that he did the worst in, I think, would probably have to be public speaking.
Public speaking? Yeah, funny. That makes sense to me. All right, so who's next? Moving down the line.
Hey, I'm Heather Lore. I play Nadine / Captain Fletch Stonehand in XP. In this adventure, I play Valqwyn Krizera, who is a half-elf fighter. And she's not really great at any of the subjects, but she's really popular. Yeah, she's got this.
Is your mic muted again?
We can't hear you. No. But you look very stoic.
No.
Nope.
Yes.
Better?
Yeah, there you go.
Cool. There was some crackling. Please let us know if there's still crackling.
Every time you take it out or something, or like readjust it, it automatically.
It mutes itself, yeah, I know. The button is also a little finicky. Cool.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. After Valqwyn, we have...
My name is Kate. I played Mac in XP web series, and I am playing Priska Morella, also known as Jrmi. And I am a halfling bard. I'm 8, and I think the class I was probably worst at was religion, because I have a lot of questions, and I don't really.
There's just not a lot of
It's
answers.
just not a
there.
lot of answers, and that doesn't go.
I think there are a lot of answers, just not necessarily.
But I have more.
conclusive.
They
don't
give me
tell
more
you.
questions, and then
Yeah.
people eventually stop wanting to answer them because they're just like,
Just
Oh,
it.
why?
It's always just like,
Absolutely.
why?
believe in it. I'm like,
Why?
oh, why?
But why?
All right, and last but not least, on the end we have.
Hello, my name is Cody Bushee, and I play Rael/Greg on the XP web series. In the Junior Adventures League, I'm playing Theodûir, an elven sorcerer who is just the snottiest little snot you'll ever know. I would say the worst class. It'd probably have to be like PE, probably some kind of like physical fitness class.
One of the fighting classes, right?
For sure.
Sword play.
Didn't want to participate at all, but would even like still be boasting about how awesome he is and how
Right,
he could
yeah.
probably
He's just sick this week.
excel.
He just doesn't want to. Yeah. He just has a cold today or whatever it is. Yeah.
Right.
I think public speaking
all right, cool.
probably wasn't
So-
the right theme. I probably had like barding, just being a bard, like
Yeah,
cross
performance
class.
music class.
Yeah.
You're just banging rocks together, and that's. All right, so when we start our adventure, similarly to last week when you guys have been climbing for hours and hours and hours up these stairs, we are starting with you. Oh boy, I'm still crackly apparently in the chat. Not quite sure what to do about
Yeah.
this. What do you? I mean, I can unplug the mic again and try again. I can futz with the gain.
Did you get a new mic?
No, it's the same one from
Do you
before.
have a different port you can put it in?
I can try.
We'll get there. We'll get there, guys. Someday.
It's my mic. It's now or
How many creatures can you
never.
turn into?
Is
I
it
can't turn
better?
into flying creatures.
I mean,
apparently.
we don't
Someone
hear a
called me on my
difference. So
shit
chat.
Hey.
Let us know. Let us know in the chat if my microphone is any better. I think we're just gonna try to press forward, whatever the
I
case
can't.
is.
Yeah, if it gets unbearable, let us know. Like, if you can't understand them or something, we'll kind of go from there. But
At second level, I can't turn
Okay.
into any creature
Cool.
with a flying.
Let us know,
or
everybody.
swimming
Okay.
speed.
So,
So I messed up.
last time, when you guys were beginning by climbing up endless flights of stairs over and over and over again, we are going to start this week with you guys having been pedaling for hours and hours and hours. So all four of you guys are on a massive flying machine. This is the invention of the goblin professor of artifice, Professor Glitch. He calls it an octothopter, and it is a big, like, 8-winged mechanical dragonfly that basically operates by you guys pedaling these bicycles.
I'm tired already.
Yeah, you're exhausted and sweating. You've been doing this for hours, presumably in rotating shifts. You've been flying out over the ocean for several hours. Basically, as I explained in the intro, one of the professors, Professor Gallery of Varric, the local clerical professor, the one who taught the religion class that Jrmi probably failed, has been missing ever since spring sabbatical. She went on leave and went to go explore an ancient city called Chelondia, and has not come back. And so Professor Glitch, who is the one who basically designs all the artifacts and magic items for the school, has an idea, since he's the only one who can operate this flying machine, to go off and go rescue her. As we start, you guys have been pedaling out to where he thinks the city is going to be. You're on these bikes, and you're sweaty and tired. You know, it will build character, according to Professor Glitch. He teaches arcane ek, which is basically how to brew potions, how to scribe scrolls, how to make magic items, that kind of thing. He's sort of pedaling in the lead bicycle, and he has these big glasses. He's a little goblin wearing nice robes, and these glasses have a bunch of different lenses on them that let him see these different spectrums, different kinds of magic.
Cool.
So you guys have been pedaling for hours and hours and hours. I imagine you're pretty tired. The adventure starts when the professor will kind of there it is, and point out over the left side of the octothopter. I would like all four of you guys to make wisdom perception checks to see.
7.
11.
18.
Okay, good. 13, Theodûir. All right, so only Theodûir and Moss managed to see much of anything.
We're sweating. Dripping.
Let's see.
I see it.
You has no
Professor!
idea.
It's only
You all at least see the general picture, so I'll read the description, and then I'll break it down into further things as to what you guys see.
Okay.
You cannot help but be awestruck by the sight before you. a great green island cruises through the water, trailing a wake of white water behind it. Now and then, a massive flipper, large as a warship, will surface and paddle the water. It is not an island, you realize with wonder. It is a turtle. Sprawling across the shell is a crumbling city of stone. It is a city of broken arches and collapsed towers, fallen monuments and twisted streets. No doubt, this city was once great and prosperous, but now it is utterly abandoned and devoid of life, more like a collection of sediment on the turtle's shell than the bustling metropolis that it once was. So both Valqwyn and Jrmi are just kind of blown away by this ridiculous sight. I mean, this massive continent just moving through the ocean, right, with a city built on top of it. What did you guys get specifically again?
7.
11.
7, 11? Okay. So Valqwyn, yeah, you notice that sort of the turtle's head will kind of is visible a short distance away from the rest of the body. You see that it does appear to be wearing some kind of a big stone helmet. That, almost looks like a bowl or something like that. You can see kind of towers and things like that resting on its head. Both we got a 13 and a 10 and an 18. Is that correct?
11. But yeah.
11. Okay. So both Theodûir and Jrmi, you can see that kind of in the center of the city, there's like a big, broad dais. It's like sort of a big plaza, and there's like a big, weird symbol on a dais in the middle of the city. That's kind of the landmark that your eyes are drawn to. Whereas Moss, you can see that kind of around the edge of the turtle shell, again, which is huge, right? This is basically like the size of an island, like a landmass. Along the edge of the shell, you can see all these little holes that have been drilled into the side of the shell in kind of a particular pattern. I mean, you're so high up, you're not sure how big they are, but they look like they would almost be like tunnels or roads that lead through the middle of the turtle. You guys are just like watching this. Glitch is like kind of monologuing about it's interesting the way that they've constructed. You're not listening to Glitch at all. You're
It's big.
totally in on this. In fact, you're also distracted that you don't notice that sort of a black shadow passes over the Octothopter and something lands on top of it. You don't know what it was or where it came from, but the ship kind of like judders and rocks to the side. I'm going to need you all to roll me initiative really quick.
Ooh.
10.
18.
16.
Cool.
5.
Alright, so Theo got a 5. Jrmi, you got an 18, you said?
I got a 16. Moss
16.
got an 18.
Moss got 18. Val, what did you get?
10.
10. Okay, alright. So we're going to do it in this order. It's going to be Moss, Jrmi, Val, Theo, Glitch, question mark. Okay, so Moss, the
Question marks give me grief.
just giving you grief. The Octothopter's been hit and you've been kind of tossed to the side a little bit. What do you want to do?
Well, hold on to my hat first and foremost.
Can't have
That
For
hat.
sure. I think
I feel like we should do some enchantment.
if so I don't know what is going on. I think he's already pretty uneasy about being not speaking of chat, I am going to quickly pull myself out of the thing to apologize. I didn't realize I'd forgotten that I can't actually turn into a bird until later episodes, till later levels. So I can't turn into a flying creature. So I can almost guarantee you that Moss is not comfortable up in the air, especially not of his own accord. So he's probably pretty uncomfortable. The minute this thing jolts, he's gonna just like wrap himself around the most sturdy thing and just wrap his thing, hand on the hat, and then just start yelling like ah!
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to make a perception to see what it is, or do you just not care? Are you inconsolable?
Yeah, I'll try to percept. I'll try to
Sure, go for
percept
it.
to see.
Use
I
the
have
perception.
a 17.
Okay, yeah, you actually get a pretty good image of it. There is a huge, winged, four-legged creature that is standing basically on the top of the Octothopter and rending it with claws. You see kind of big lion-like claws are ripping and tearing at the sort of papery wings of the Octothopter. As it does that, you see the flying machine is dipping and kind of bobbing back and forth. It does not look like it can sustain this assault for very long. Right, that's Moss's turn. Jrmi, what do you want to do when this
Pretty
happens?
much the same thing.
Okay.
Grab onto something and do a perception check, but I'm not going to
Yeah, sure.
scream, probably. I think I'm a little too afraid to scream.
Got it. Give me that
That's
perception.
not my response to fear. Screaming. 10.
There is a big monster, and it's attacking
It's a
you.
lot bigger than I am. So
Way bigger than you are.
that's
Yes.
my fear of it.
Nothing else. You just want to stay gripping on. You're probably holding on to like the bike that you were on,
Yeah.
right? Okay, cool. We're moving down to Val. What do you want to do?
How far away is this creature? Is it within melee range?
You can move to be within melee range of it. Yep.
Okay, cool.
It's basically on top of you. You can walk over to that way. You're next to it. So you're gonna leave your bike.
Yeah,
Over there?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna kind of poke the bear.
Go for it. Yeah. Okay.
14.
14. Let me just double check that for you. Checking my stats. 14 will actually hit. Yeah. So the
Okay.
paws are kind of like breaking down. You probably get a hit on one of these big lion-like paws.
And it's 6 damage.
6 damage. Got it. Okay. Cool. There's like an animalistic. When you hit it. I'm not sure what that necessarily did or how much damage that might have done. Besides 6 damage. Okay. We are moving on to Theodûir.
Yes. I would like to,
No.
I guess, do a perception check on the creature.
Please do.
See if I can identify it, maybe. I don't know.
If you want to try to identify it, at this point you've already seen Val go and attack it, so you can make a nature check. If you spend your action and take out your monster manual, you have advantage on it.
I mean,
Monster manual.
I'm kind of the resident monster manual guy, so I'll probably.
Yeah, okay.
He settles back into his little like thing. He's still on the ground.
Where is nature? Only 11.
Okay, the problem is that there are a number of creatures that this could be. You've narrowed it down to 3 options. It can either be a griffin, because it has like the wings and the lion paws. It could be a manticore, which is a similar creature but also has a big spiked tail. Or it could be a hippogriff, but it's probably not a hippogriff because those tend to have hooves. So you're thinking it's probably a griffin or a manticore. If it's a griffin, that's not as bad. If it's a manticore, it's pretty goddamn bad.
Okay.
That's your action. Anything else you want to do?
Peter Pan.
Is the professor
That was
near
last
us?
week.
Is Professor Glicker
Yeah,
around?
so you guys are on kind of like 4 bikes behind the professor. He's kind of in the lead. Yeah, still pedaling.
Oh, really? Okay. I'll probably just, like, move in between. I'll put the professor in between me and the creature, basically.
Of course you
And
will.
then point up at it.
Yeah, sure.
It's a thing.
There's something.
So the professor will sort of frantically keep pedaling and the wings, they're damaged. You have to take the parachutes. I'll try to bring it in for a landing, but quick, the parachutes. He's bobbing up and down the whole time.
Oh shit.
All right. The creature will basically just continue to rend and slash. It rips and tears at the fabric of the wings with one hand, but it is going to try to swipe at you, Val, with its other paw. Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Oh!
You bastard.
All right, so let's see. The claw attack. That's only going to be 7 damage, actually, as it rakes you with a big lion paw. You kind of take it across your chest, but you're tough. That's fine. Okay, that's the creature's turn. It is back to Moss. What would you like to do, Moss?
The minute I hear parachutes, Moss is particularly like, he is horrified of being up in the air, of not his own accord. In a giant metal contraption, not his thing. And he is very interested in this turtle and very interested in not being eaten by said cat creature. So the minute he hears parachute, I'm just like, I'm sure we've been briefed, and I'm sure like they're just like,
They're hanging up on the wall. Yeah, you can go grab one.
he's out.
Just
Grab
not even
and
waiting.
peace. So
Cool.
hold
Moss,
it,
yeah,
like
just put the parachute on and jump out.
parachute on, hat tucked away. Or actually, he's probably just like got it on. He's just jumped.
Just
He's-
holding it.
Just jump.
So he's
Cool.
out. Bye,
Moss
bye,
is
Felicia.
yeah.
He doesn't say that.
Jrmi, what do you want to do?
I want to get a parachute on, but then I want to start. Can I like pass them? Can I help pass them out? Or something?
Yeah, so you could put one on and then spend the rest of your turn giving one to Val and Theodûir, or you can give it to
Just at
Jrmi.
me. Got it.
So yeah, I'll Yeah, because the teacher said he's going to try and land it.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Val, so you have one. You took a parachute, but you're still in melee contact with the creature. What do you want to do?
Where's the closest opening to just jump out? Is it like right below me?
There's one right next to you, but even if you move away from the creature, it would still basically get an opportunity to swipe at you. If you spend your whole round and just disengage and then jump, you can. But if you try to like attack and then move or something like that, it will get a chance to hit you. But fair warning.
Let's see here. I really want to do an athletics to like jump out the back and swipe at the same time, but you know.
Sure. Oh, you can do that. I mean, it'll just get an opportunity to hit you. Yeah, that's the only thing.
Yeah. I mean, I got my sword out so I can like parry as I jump out the thing backwards.
Yeah, so I'll just say, just make an attack. Yeah, you can jump out and you don't have to make an athletics.
So it's 16.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool. Do I need to do damage because I'm jumping out? So.
Yeah, you can do damage. Yeah, normal damage.
All right, 6 again.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, it looks incredibly cool. You like go leaping out. Oh, yeah, you describe it.
Oh yeah, I go leaping out backwards as I twist and I swipe and tumble out there.
And you like a cigarette.
Yep.
Put on your ring
I
band.
sheath my sword as I pop open the chute. Cracking open.
It's gonna swing with a claw. Does no, a 13's not gonna hit you. So you roll, you like aerial somersault straight out of the way, and it swings its claw at you. Take that.
Everything is
Yeah.
Excellent.
Like,
And then we are on to Theodûir.
Nice. So wait, the professor said that we should just jump off.
yeah. He's gonna try to land it on himself.
Holy cow. Okay. Then I guess I'll just jump off then.
Okay. I'm just gonna run and jump.
Yeah, I'm just gonna jump.
All right, you're out. Cool. He jumps out. Glitch continues to pilot Octothopter. You see him kind of like reach. He has this big satchel that he carries, so he reaches in the satchel. He's digging around, like pedaling with one hand. Comes up with like a glowing green bottle and just lobs it behind him at the creature. That's it. Yeah. There's like an explosion of green fire, and it hits the creature on the paw, and it kind of roars back. Its paw is now burning. Takes a little bit of damage. Okay. And then he's like, "Everyone out! Everyone out!"
It's just me in there, I think.
It's just one person.
Right. We'll jump right ahead to you, Jrmi, and then we'll cover everyone who's jumped out kind of together. Anything else you want to do, Jrmi, before you bail?
I'm gonna like try and give him a parachute too, because I don't quite understand.
Sure.
Oh.
You don't
He'll
you?
kind of like bat away at you. He'll grab him and then like use it to gesture you off. Like, get out of here! Go!
Okay, then I'll jump out, and it'll look way cooler than the jump that you had.
You can try.
I can do
Do an
acrobatics.
acrobatics. Make it look really cool.
Can I do an acrobatics? Yeah, is that what you said?
Yep.
21.
Ooh, yeah, it definitely looks cooler.
What does it look like?
I probably like parkour run up the side of something, and then I like jump out and like have my arms at my side so I go faster, and then as soon as I'm like below everyone, I like flatten out, and then I turn on my that's it.
Like a turtle flip.
keeps
as you're
going.
going.
You guys hold hands and spin in a big circle. And, yeah.
Boss is just like, I don't know what's happening.
Arms
So
at
you
the
have all leapt out of the Octothopter, kind of at different heights. You leapt out at different times. You're falling Point Break style, like down over the city. There's kind of some wisps of cloud around you. You have a general sense of what's going on with the Octothopter, but it's kind of like late afternoon at this point, and it's like right up against the sun, so it's all kind of blinding. You can see the sort of titanic struggle between this winged creature and this flying machine. Every once in a while, boom, boom, like little blasts of fire are going off from it as the professor's kind of fending off the creature. You guys can pull your parachutes without any real check. Once you do that, it's going to be like, if you want to try to like land in a common area or land near each other, that will take dexterity to basically pilot your parachute down.
Okay.
Is there anything in particular you guys want to try to all meet in the same area or spread out, or it's basically just all sort of ruin the city below you? There isn't necessarily a great
Let's
split.
all split up.
I think Moss would probably aim for one of those like tunnel hole things that he saw.
Okay, you can head that direction.
Is that the thing that he was particularly interested in? So he's just like, go in there.
Okay.
It's like
So
covered.
give me a dexterity check then to see if you can make it there, Moss.
15.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So you guys see, that makes sense too, because Moss was the first one out. So I imagine he's already, by the time you guys like ready to pull your shoots, he's pulled his and maybe like banking over towards that area. Do you guys want to try to go meet with him?
That's what I would probably just try to aim for whoever the farthest down was, I guess.
Okay. What do the other two think?
I really want to go to like some sort of landing area that's in the city, but I don't want to get separated from the group.
Yeah, I feel like since the dais was the thing that I saw, that's that's where my mind would go.
So maybe the two of you guys go to the dais, because maybe you jumped on opposite sides, so you're not able to coordinate very well. You can do that.
Awesome.
So everybody give me dexterity then, besides Moss. He's already coming.
Ooh, 6.
21.
21. What about you, Theodûir?
They
Dexterity.
liked me so much last week.
I got a 21 as well.
Okay, cool. So Moss and Theodûir both managed to kind of come down near the side of the shell. So these holes are kind of burrowed into the like edges of the shell. You guys can kind of come down and land in an area approximately around there. You're probably, 100 meters or so apart, but it's pretty easy to see where you landed. Other parachutes cushion you. You land awkwardly and are prone and tangled in them, but you don't take any damage. Jrmi manages to land basically in the big plaza area in a similar way. It's only Val that gets kind of like thrown off and in a weird spot. So you just maybe you're messing with your chute, you can't quite get it pulled in the right way.
I skipped that
Bust
class.
You're gonna kind of land at a weird angle on a rooftop and take just a little bit of damage. 4 points. It's just an awkward landing. You think you're not too far away from where you intended because you're up on a building, so you can see it's a little ways away. Okay, cool. So the other thing you guys would all notice is that as you're there, kind of landing and getting your bearings, you see the Octothopter go down in the city. The creature is gone by the time that you see it crash, and it just kind of like scrapes against the streets, and you kind of see a big plume of smoke come up from it. It's a fair distance away from the two of you guys, both Theodûir and Moss, kind of on the edge of the city, but it's not too far away from the plaza and the other two.
Cool.
Alright, let's do little cutscenes maybe until you guys meet back up. We'll start with Moss and Theodûir. So you guys are both down. You're kind of near the edge of the turtle shell. I'll read a little description of the area that you're in. Let me see. Scrolling through my adventure here. Alright. Yeah, you're just near the ocean's edge. There's kind of like flights of stairs that are carved into the side of the shell, and you can see on either side of you stretch these long rows of kind of these round black tunnels that burrow deeper into the shell of the massive turtle. There are a bunch of staircases near you that lead up and into the city proper, but besides the big plume of smoke coming from the crashed flying machine, you don't see any of your friends. What do you want to do?
Do we see each other, though?
Yeah, you guys are near each other. You can see each other.
Okay. I'd probably suggest to Moss that we try to meet up with everyone else.
I think Moss is not into the idea of being not in cover. Like, whatever that creature was, if it's still flying, obviously it flies. He doesn't like the sky over the top of him. So I think he wants to go into the turtle shell.
You want to go into the tunnels and not use the stairs?
Yeah.
You guys can head into one of those tunnels if you want. Yeah.
Well, I would suggest that we use the stairs and go into the city, because that's where everyone else is.
I'll counter your argument with my own.
This what? This like 12-year-old and this 10-year-old have like a reasoned debate.
Yeah. All right, pros and cons here.
Theodûir is just like, I think my answer's the best.
Clearly.
I think Moss will be like, 4 kids go into the city, no kids come out of the city. No, he'll probably Moss will make the argument. It's like there's flying monsters. We go in, and then there's no flying monsters in the caves. Awkwardly, of course.
I'll do a. Can I do a perception check in the sky?
Yeah,
so
sure.
I can identify any flying monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a natural 1. Can I do it like stealthily, as if like? Well, no, okay. I got a natural 1.
All of a sudden, 10 just
what do I know?
You look
I know nothing, huh?
just looking in the ocean.
Right.
Okay, so
yeah, clear blue sky, no monsters.
I'll do a bluff check. See if I can. Or deception.
God.
I got a 7.
Oh, you might have actually gotten me. I rolled a 5. Wait, what is a
insight? So it's based on wisdom. You're probably.
Oh yeah, no, I got him. I got an 8.
So you see, there's nothing up there. There's nothing up there. We'll be fine if we just walk up the stairs. We shouldn't split up, Moss.
As he says that, Moss, like a black shadow kind of passes over you as you see this flying right above you.
Moss is just gonna do the same exact scream that you heard on the ship, ah! And then just run into the caves.
Okay. Yeah, you run into the cave. Do you go with him, Theodûir, or do you go up into the city?
He'll definitely sigh and then be like,
alone.
yeah, or he'll stubbornly wait there for a second. Probably be like, "There's nothing up there." And then, it'll probably, come by again or something. And then,
It circles again, yeah. It circles
Do that
back
one.
around.
Who knows?
and then I'm like, "Wait, Moss, wait!" And then I run after.
And on Wait, Moss, Wait, we're going to cut over to the other two. Jrmi, you're kind of in the plaza area. You can see the building a couple blocks away that Val went down on because you saw the big parachute and things like that.
Okay.
Let me read a little description of what you see while I pass around in my Adventurepedia. All around you, the buildings fall away, revealing a wide plaza in the center of the city. A broad stone dais rises in the very center of the plaza, its sides etched with crude carvings of a maned, snarling face. That's what you see. This is a huge area. It's probably 500 yards across. It's a big central plaza. And the only main thing in it is this big dais. It's about 10 feet tall and covered with these, snarling carved faces
So
over
I
it.
can't even, peek in it because I'm too short. I can't get up.
You could there are stairs at different points. You could walk up onto it, but yeah. Val, you can kind of look down and see sort of a similar thing, and you can see where the parachute was, where Jrmi went down on the opposite side of the dais. What do you guys want to do?
I kind of want to get up into that dais
Yeah.
and just look at what's up there. Go up the stairs.
Okay, sure.
How far away are we from each other?
I would say about 100, 200. I would say about 200-ish yards away. You want to go down and meet her there, Val?
I do, but I want to run across the roofs.
Okay. Yeah, there's not a lot of space because the plaza has no buildings in it, right? So
Gotcha.
it's a little tough for you to get in here. But there's a pile of rubble because a lot of the buildings are kind of half smashed. You could cool parkour your way
Yeah,
down.
that's what I want to do.
Give me acrobatics.
That's what you
That
want
goes.
to do.
Right.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics.
Okay. 17.
Oh yeah, it looks awesome. What does this look like?
Yeah. So you said it's buildings and then rubble and then plaza, right?
Rubble.
Cool. So I'm gonna do a little side run up the side of one building, little jump onto the rubble, little roll, little run down the rubble, and then I'm gonna slide into the plaza. I mean, what's up, girl?
I'm gonna say that the very last bit of it, you land on a piece of rubble and skate it like Legolas, right down.
Definitely. Land kind of just hey, Jrmi.
Yeah.
Hey,
Val.
Unimpressed. Because Ono's better.
Awesome. So, okay. What do you do now?
Can I do a perception check on the dais and the symbols and stuff and see perception or
Yeah.
religion or something?
It's up to you. What kind of knowledge are you trying to apply here?
Or maybe it's history. If we've learned about any of these symbols or anything, but if I've seen this type of.
Yeah, that would be history then.
Okay.
The baby likes
19.
19. Okay, yeah. You don't recognize historically what it is in the sense of the symbols don't mean anything to you. You're not suddenly oh, it's this people, this organization. You do recognize what the image depicts. It's clearly a monster called a manticore, which is basically a big lion-like creature that has big black wings, sort of a big mane like a lion, and then a sort of a vaguely human-like face, which is one of the creepier things about it. It sort of has a human's face. Its tail is really long and has a bunch of spikes that it's known to be able to shoot. And it looks like someone has sort of carved a manticore face all across this big dais over and over again. They're slightly different snarls every
It
time.
was just a manticore. And no words or anything?
Yeah. There is text in some areas, but it's completely indecipherable to you.
Okay.
Your history would tell you that Chelondia, this city called the Swimming City, was an old myth, kind of like Atlantis, that's been around for a long time, but no one had really found it for a while. And that the professor you're here for, Professor Varric, had recently discovered its location and went here to study it. And so almost nothing is known about the people that lived here or their history or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys can also see, Val, maybe while she's doing this, you see the big sort of plume of smoke from where the Octothopter went down. right, what do you guys do once Val's done? Or excuse me, once Jrmi's done investigating?
So, Jrmi, I think we might need to go check on Professor Glitch.
I'm scared.
It's okay, Jrmi. It's okay. You can climb on my shoulders.
Okay.
We can go on over together.
Instantly over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
It's like Yoda on top of your back.
Totally. So if Jrmi climbs up, you guys can easily see the smoke. You can head over in that direction without too much you require. Awesome. Let's cut back then to Moss and Theodûir inside this little tunnel. So you guys are in here. You actually notice that it only goes about 20 to 25 feet deep before it ends in a big, like, round stone door. That's kind of carved with a bunch of sigils and things. You can investigate it further, but you thought it was a tunnel, and it kind of like ends abruptly once you get inside. There's plenty of cover from outside. No one could see you while you're in here, but it's not a full like tunnel. What do you guys want to do?
I would inspect the door, I guess.
Yeah, Moss will 100%. Is it? You said a stone door?
Stone. Yep, made of stone.
I have stone cunning, so I get
nice.
double my proficiency check on stonework history check. So
Cool. Yeah, go for
Do
it.
like an investigation.
History or investigation would make sense. Yep.
I shouldn't have been so snooty about it. I got an 8.
Oh no.
My investigation turned up a 5.
All right. The door is round. It has symbols on it.
Huh.
It's made of stone.
Well,
An 8 and a 5. Yeah, that's all you guys can discern.
Well, that was for my history stone cunning.
is it,
Okay.
Can-
Yeah, historically speaking, Moss, it doesn't make sense with it's not dwarven,
Yeah.
and it doesn't match the style of any other culture that you're aware of. So
Yeah, I'll roll an investigation too, if that's all right. If that sparkles. with
please
you.
do. Please do.
I rolled an 8. So
It's round and covered with symbols.
I'll do a history, I guess.
Sure, you can try.
I don't know. 10?
Yeah, you don't know historically what it is. Like, the only thing you can glean from it is that the kind of the design of it and the way that it's set up, it sort of looks like a tomb. Is the vibe that you get. You think this is maybe like a grave or something. This is just like the door that would protect it. It's like heavy and thick and reinforced, and some of the symbols on it seem kind of vaguely like funereal. I think it's a tomb.
Oh. So I'll probably say that.
I think it's a tomb.
I think. Don't know. I don't know if we should go through.
Did you wet your robes again?
Not yet. I'll just try to like touch one of the symbols and see what happens. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. You can touch one of the symbols. I guess give me a perception check, actually.
him or me or both.
You guys can both do it.
Please do.
Just something you might have
I
seen.
rolled a 4, so
Ooh, I actually got a 19.
Okay, so you're like reaching your hand out to like touch something, and Moss kind of stops you and like points. Somehow you guys both missed that like basically like taped to this door is like a little paper note, like super obvious in the middle of the door. You would have seen it if you were really looking at it. It's a little dark in here, and the note has some sort of scribbling on it that's in a weird sort of mixed up language. You recognize a word in Dwarven, you recognize a word in Elven. It's like someone kind of like mashed like 5 or 6 different languages together to try to leave this little note. But it looks much more recent than anything else that's in here. And it's right above Moss. There's like a sort of a piece of stone, and in the middle there's like a hand print. It's obviously like made for an adult's hand, so your hand would be a little small in there, but it's as though it's been like pushed into the stone. If that makes sense. Yeah. Do you want to read the
I want to
note?
try to.
Yeah, definitely.
Intelligence check, please.
I'm. We'll listen to him.
13.
Okay, yeah, you can read it. Yeah, as I said, it's written in like, one word from Orcish and one word from Halfling and one word from like, Draconic. Like it's this weird hodgepodge. It says, "Woe betide any without the blood of old Chelondia who disturbs this place of rest. woe betide any without the blood of old Chelondia who disturbs this place of rest.
Okay. So can I do like another intelligence check to see if Theo understands what that note kind of means? I guess.
Sure, yeah, okay. If you
I
want.
don't know, because...
Yeah, I think Moss understands what, like, a place of rest. I mean, like, we've got, like, tombs all over the Dwarven compounds.
Dwarves are into tombs.
Yeah, dwarves are really into tombs. So if he knows it's a tomb, he's like, oh, you don't go into the tomb. That's just a common thing.
Right.
So now...
It is unusual that there's, like, a note pinned in paper here, right?
Yeah.
Like, nothing else sort of matches that in this area, yeah.
I think Moss will bring up the fact that maybe we should have gone to the city.
Oh, is that what you think now?
Oh boy.
Up to you guys. What do you do?
Are
Party
you
in the
saying that
tunnels.
I am right?
No, I never said right. I never... Well...
It's okay, you're right. I'm right. Let's go.
And on that, we'll cut. So Val and Jrmi, Val with Jrmi on her back, approach the sort of downed wreck of the octothopter. It looked like it crashed in this fountain, and that's what sort of caused this big column of smoke because it hit into the water. You can see like pieces of it are kind of everywhere and bent in ridiculous shapes. It doesn't look like it was ripped apart necessarily, but it is kind of all kinked out of order. As you guys approach, you can see that kind of like standing there, like head to toe covered in soot, is Professor Glitch, kind of just looking at it, like holding up something that's really bent, like. Place. You guys do anything as you approach?
Professor Glitch, I'm sorry to tell you, but I don't think it's gonna fly again.
Oh, you made it! Okay, I was very worried. Oh, no, this is fine. I can fix this. This is no problem. Where are the others?
I don't know. They went into some hole in the turtle. There's a manicore around here. Did you know?
What's a man?
Did you know? Did you know there was a manicore?
I did see the Manticore, yes. It destroyed my flying apparatus.
Oh, so that was what that was.
Yes, Manticore, on page 219 of the Monster Manual.
Yeah, I didn't bring
Now,
that. I mean, what?
Oh, that's required. Of course. You absolutely need to. You can borrow mine.
Okay.
He'll go and he'll get his book out, and it's all singed.
Thanks, Professor.
What's more important is that we get this thing fixed. But we also have to find the professor that we left here. Professor Varric is somewhere out in the city, and if there is a manticore here, they may be in grave danger. I know you're only junior adventurers, but perhaps I should stay and fix this apparatus, and you should go and find the professor.
Do you know where we can start? It's kind of a big city.
Right. Possibly. Well, did you see anything when you were flying in? I was sort of focused on finding a landing spot. Did you find anything interesting when you were looking down at the city?
I was just kind of doing flips.
There was this big dish, and that's where I saw it. There's a manicore here.
Oh,
And I
yes,
don't know
the
where
plaza.
the others are.
The plaza is a central location. That might not be a bad place to start. If there's anywhere else that you found as we were flying in, that might also be of use. But more importantly, we must find the other junior adventurers, and then we can find the professor, and then we can escape.
Okay. On it.
Wonderful. Good luck out there. You kind of like go back and start working on the flying machine.
Ready for this?
What do you guys want to do?
I guess, do you want to just head back to the dais, and I'm just going to keep screaming out their names?
Sure. I mean,
And
Jrmi,
they'll
did
play
you
on
see
my
anything?
kazoo. Maybe they'll, like...
It's a Pied Piper.
They'll find me.
Come
I'm
out to
like,
me.
Okay. Alright, so you guys are gonna head back towards the dais. Are you gonna be like loudly making noise to try to alert the other two where you are?
Yes.
Just screaming
Theodûir.
and Dweir.
Cool.
Gosh.
So we'll say then that Moss and Theodûir, you guys give me perception checks. You guys see if you can pick up all this noise.
Guys.
Where?
I got a 12.
12?
I got a 9.
Okay. It's a big city, and you guys are kind of in different, disparate parts of it. Are you blowing the kazoo and stuff? Okay.
I am.
It's kind of hard to miss a kazoo. A kazoo is pretty distinct. It really only could be one person. So you guys can kind of start to head together in the same area. As you're both headed back towards the dais, you kind of turn a corner and bump into each other, coming around the corner. So far as you've been walking around, this city is all ruined and dilapidated. You haven't seen any other people or evidence of people. It looks like this city has been abandoned for probably hundreds of years. And there's lots of rubble and a lot of the buildings are smashed and stuff like that, but you haven't seen any other people or anything like that. The whole place is basically just abandoned. Anyway, you guys round a corner and boom, bump it right into each other.
Oh, God.
Oh,
We did it! We can go home!
Yay! That
we've been
kazoo
walking
is really
for
loud.
hours.
It's not been hours. It's only been a couple minutes.
Really?
Are your
Like
dainty feet
hours.
hurt, Theodûir?
We found.
we best be going.
We found tombs.
Yes, we found.
You can find different tombs if you go around.
It said, "Do not enter." Here's the note, and I'll show them the.
Yeah. Without an intelligence check, you guys can't quite decipher it, but you could try if you want to.
Well, not take your
They
word for
continue.
it, Theo. Although I think it's kind of weird that you just stole something off a tomb. I mean...
No, it's someone else wrote the tomb note.
Guys, there's a manicore!
Yes,
Yeah.
I thought that was either a manicore or a griffin. It's probably a griffin.
We should go. Oh, we gotta go get it back on the flying machine.
Yeah, it's
So we
very
gotta find the
broken.
other professor. I don't know where.
The other
I don't know where
professor.
to
I was just
start.
gonna scream their name.
Wait a minute.
I don't even remember their name.
Can I do like an intelligence or I don't know? Can I do some kind of check on the note? I want to see if I recognize the handwriting or something. Like
Yeah, absolutely.
that.
You can make an
Do
intelligence
I know
check
the
on that.
professor that's missing?
I'll give you advantage on that.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Oh my god! I rolled a 3 and a 4, so I do get a +2 bonus though, so a 6.
It's hauntingly familiar, but you're not sure who could have left it. Like, the synapses does not put it together.
No, I don't like it. It doesn't make any sense.
Theodûir is like looking at it and like trying to figure it out. There is
sitting here.
a big black shadow that passes over, and suddenly there's a poof sound in a rooftop about 2 buildings away as something very large has just landed. You hear this low bass.
Guys, I think we might want to go in the another
Yeah, before you even get that out of your
direction.
mouth, Moss is gonna do the same exact scream and run for cover. Just whatever hidey hole, nook, whatever underground passage you can find, or at least into rubble or something. Ah! And then boom,
I
gone.
like just the hands in the air.
Give me a stealth check, Moss, if you're gonna hide. Anyone else who's gonna do similarly, you can also make a stealth check. It's up to you guys.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're in there.
I'll duck away. Jrmi, are you still on my shoulders?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll duck away.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I will say you have advantage with Jrmi. Jrmi can help you find a better hiding spot.
I got 20.
Well, I got
You roll the other
19
d20.
on my first one, so
Oh, okay. You're good.
cool.
You need it.
I got a 20.
Theodûir?
I got
Cool. Yeah, you guys can like kind of scatter like roaches as this happens into little nooks and crannies and cracks in the walls and stuff like that. There's a sort of a scary like horror movie Jurassic Park style montage where this creature like comes down off the roof and is like
Get off the road now!
area sniffing. You can see its big lion paws and its huge, like, folded dragon wings. The scariest part of it as it walks by is its big, huge tail that is just basically this big, bristly, like, thistle on the end of it with these massive quills. It stalks around, sniffing back and forth for a while. Moss, like, you're on the ground and you see, like, the big foot come down next to you, right, as it lifts past. But it does not find you after about maybe 30 seconds of stalking around. There's a big whoosh, wing beat and it takes back to the sky. A couple seconds later, it's gone, and you can't even hear its wing beats anymore.
That was a manicore!
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It
Could be a
had like
griffin.
pointy
think
shit
it's a
all over it.
griffin.
It's, you know.
What do you guys want to do?
Anyway, so the professor, yeah.
I think Moss is both afraid of this giant creature, and he's also really interested in seeing this giant turtle's face. So he's just like, oh, maybe the professor is near the head.
Okay.
Do you know how to get there, Moss?
Does anyone else want to look at this note?
I don't know if Moss knows how to get there. I guess he saw the most of the city, so if he knows where he landed.
Yeah. I mean, you could also extrapolate where you are on the turtle.
Yeah.
Where it would be. You know turtles.
Yeah.
You know where they're
Toads. So, using my extrapolation knowledge, I'll extrapolate our way to the head. Towards the head.
You guys want to go to the head instead of the plaza?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think Moss will trundle towards the head.
You
like that word?
Okay.
Can I look at the note and see if I...
Yeah, you can make it first make just make an intelligence check. I'll give you advantage on it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Nope.
It's the same exact number.
5.
Total?
Yeah, I don't add anything to intelligence.
It's pretty like distinct, the weird language smashing. That does sound familiar to you, but you don't put it together either.
Garbage.
Crumple it though. So you guys gonna follow Moss on his way to he seems like he has just left and does not care.
He's a trundling.
So he's in front then.
I'm gonna turn to the plaza, but since Jrmi is on my shoulder, she's tugging me towards Moss.
Like, it reigns.
Okay, alright, fine.
That's definitely the last scene is like a little something just look at the plaza. You get dragged away. I assume you go too, Theodûir?
Yes, I do.
Cool.
Do you sneak up so that you're in front of her and in between her and Moss?
Yes.
Awesome. So you guys can head through the city. It's a fair ways to get towards the head all the way up in the front. Moss, I'm just gonna say you can find it. This one's not too difficult. You know basically the direction you need to head in. You're kind of weaving through the city. Heyo. Again, all the buildings are kind of broken and the bricks are crumbling, and it's this ancient, old, decrepit city. The sun is kind of hanging lower and lower in the afternoon sky by the time you guys get there. Can I get your passive perceptions really quick? Just that way.
Mine is it's 10 plus your perception modifier, right?
Yep.
13.
13.
13.
11.
13.
11.
Okay. Only Moss and Valqwyn start to notice this. One thing you guys see that's kind of weird around the streets is that there's a lot of fish skeletons and big clumps of seaweed, and every once in a while, where the land dips a little bit, there's a lot of standing water there. Just kind of a weird thing that you've noticed. Here and there, a puddle isn't that weird, but you start to see these dead fish, like starfish and stuff like that, kind of suggests kind of an aquatic sort of ambiance or whatever. Yeah, feel, but you don't really process why. It's just this is such a weird place in the first place. You guys managed to make it towards the head, and I'll read you my little box text. This is box text, by the way, that you guys can get in the adventure, which is available to patrons. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Let me pull that up real quick. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Ahead, the shell starts to fall away, revealing a distant island of green flesh, the turtle's head. Constructed like a helmet atop the creature's head is a soaring temple of rounded towers and graceful arches. Even from this great distance, you can see that the place is partially crumbled, blackened by fire, and utterly abandoned. In order to reach the temple, however, one must cross the length of the turtle's neck, a green highway of skin that will periodically rise and fall back into the ocean as the turtle's head moves. Once there was a stone bridge that spanned the gap, but that's long since been broken, its shattered ends jutting a few feet in the open air on each side. There's about 100 feet between where you are and the edge of this bridge and the turtle's head, and basically every couple of seconds, the neck will rise up, coming out of the water, and then it will sink back down and water will fill back over. So if you're going to make it over, you're going to have to basically run across in the length of time that the neck is above water, if that makes sense.
Man. How many yards is it?
It's about 100. Yeah.
I can totally run 100 yards in 3 seconds.
I mean, it's not. Probably a minute total to go up and down. Right? It's a length of time, but you will have to basically hustle. Yeah, it's an athletics check. Yeah. It sounds like I'm getting distorted, guys. I might try to unplug, maybe like hang up and call again or something like that, and see if that's better. Can I try that? We're about 5 minutes away from a break anyway, so maybe we want to take our break now,
Yeah.
now that we're kind of standing here, and then I can try to fix it.
Thank you for hosting us, Skageth, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow, thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Didn't notice that.
miss you,
We're gonna take a
Skag.
5-minute break, guys, and then when we come back, hopefully this distortion will be gone. Thanks for being patient. Be right back.
So, if you guys need to pee,
I do.
feel free.
Tips. Back.
All right, guys, I'm just peeing my pants now.
If you're just joining us, this is Experience Points XP Weekly's Junior Adventurers League. Timothy will talk about that more when he gets back on. He has a whole spiel that he's a lot better at. Experience Points, if you're new to us, is a 12-part web series about D&D and people who play it. It's on YouTube. You can find us and watch it. You're free. Not now. You gotta wait until this is done. And then at any point in the next week.
Can't beat live.
Oh, and he's back. Great.
Hey, chat, I'm back.
Is this any better, chat?
Please let me know in the chat if the distortion is gone. Please reply with the word manticore if it is gone.
Yeah, we don't really like the double mirrored view either.
Sorry, folks. Any
Yes, it
manticores?
Guess you have to pee my pants then.
Nope, it's not. It's not gone. It's still there.
Oh, the quoting the XP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He and I've been
Yeah, that's from season 1. What is it? Well, pee my pants. No choice now.
Isn't any better.
Let me try something else.
Okay. Do it.
How's that? Any better, chat? Let me know. Send that manticore. I'm waiting to hear manticore.
I'm gonna go in my room and listen to the feed on my other
Okay,
computer.
sure. I mean, like, I understand that there's a problem. I'm just not sure
Yeah.
what to do about it. You can go listen if you want. Please let us know, chat, if it's any better.
Yeah.
Unchanged? Come on. I do not have a speaker or another mic anywhere near my mic. I mean, I have my headphones in. Maybe you're picking up my headphones. Let me know if this is any better. I moved my headphones away a little bit. But I'm not listening to it besides in headphones, which, shouldn't be a problem.
Alrighty.
Appreciate everybody's expertise. You're obviously noobs, just trying to figure it out.
No one's plugged into headphones.
No one's listening to Timothy.
You don't have to. It's really nothing you're missing. I'm talking to the chat.
Thanks for tuning in, Skag, by the way. Miss you, buddy.
Appreciate it. Sounds like feedback of some sort, but moving the headphones didn't help. Really not. What about this? Is this any better? Let me know in the chat. I'm just trying stuff right now. Send that word manticore if it's any better. That would be cool. I would appreciate it being better. Still talking, still testing it. Thanks again for your patience. If you are just joining us, weird thing is only when you talk. I'm not sure what it could be.
I'm only annoyed from you when you talk, Timothy.
Clearly. Let me try some stuff. Is this any better? I'm trying different settings on my microphone to see if I can make it better.
Skag, I will definitely read that the next chance I get.
Feedback on Zoom, on Twitch. Just continuing to talk. Still not yet. Okay. Sitting around, trying stuff. Messing with my microphone. Continuing to talk. Let me know. Playing with my Googling feedback on Twitch. Microphone. Let me know. Continuing to talk.
Are we having issues again?
It's just hearing the feedback still, and I'm not quite sure what it is.
Gotcha.
Is the rest of the group hearing the static? If not, then it has to do with the connection to the output for stream. Guys, can you hear any static?
I can't hear anything. You sound
no, it's
perfectly
completely
clear.
The connection to the output for stream. Is that something that's on Kate's end or on my end?
Well, I mean, if Kate's running this stream, then it would be on Kate's
That
end.
would be on Kate's. Heather, you got a compliment on your shirt.
Thank you.
Your shirt. Yeah.
What's that?
It's not on. Not on my end. I don't know if that helps you, but again, you're just gonna hear me, right? You're not gonna hear it through the stream.
I'm really sad that you can't turn into a bird.
Yeah.
I really wanted you to be more
There's
familiar.
actually there are quite a few animals I can turn into, so I'm not worried about it.
Give me a
Speaking
mouse.
of-
You also can't do swim speed. That should be noted as well, right? Oh, Kevin can't hear me.
I'll repeat. What was that? I didn't hear that.
I said he also can't do swim speed as well. Anything?
Oh,
anything
yeah. He was
making-
mentioning that earlier.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure you know.
We're just stunting you in life, Kevin. It's okay.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
fine. I feel pretty stunted. Just
Listen,
small things,
there's always
so-
the honey badger. Honey badger doesn't give a fuck.
Honey Badger was great.
I was sad that he was so weak though. Like he only had 10 hit points, right? Like I
Yeah,
thought,
seriously.
like my like mental image of the honey badger had been so built up that I was like, oh, he's gonna destroy this encounter.
Right. He had the good like double attack though.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, they had the 2 clones.
Mhm.
Hey, now it works. Manticore, Manticore.
Woo!
We did it! Everybody thank Kate in the chat. She's the greatest.
Thank you, you're the greatest.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's bring everybody back in. I'd like to get
Don't tell
started
anybody
again. Just because Cody does not have a lot of time, he's going to have
Cody.
to leave. Thank you, everybody. That's
Cody.
awesome. Very much
Theodûir.
appreciated. We're going to jump right back in.
Eat some red
No,
vines,
but
man.
seriously, we're about to go.
Did nobody touch anything,
No.
Miramonte says. Agreed.
Yeah.
Nobody touch a damn thing.
Hands to yourself.
I guess we are waiting for Kate now.
It's weird. Kate in the bathroom.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Man,
So chat, something to keep in mind. We're running a new thing, and it's back.
I
What?
think she'd be fine with it.
We literally didn't touch it. I don't understand. It's back? What? How can it be?
Yeah. Kate, you need to come back here and hold your finger down.
Thanks, everybody. We loose connection, it says. Is what Miramonte believes.
Kate, we have the issue again. You need to come do nothing again. Yeah, I know. We have a loose connection, question mark?
Yeah, Miramonte believes it's a loose connection. Am I saying that right, Miramonte? Please let me know. He has these cool screen names, and I don't want to butcher them.
Well, I
Just
mean,
like the names.
we're gonna butcher those names anyways. But
Work on it.
Rez is making a dumb joke about being rabbit ears.
Yeah. Nothing yet. No.
You're just laughing and looking at things.
I got a K has to be round ears for Tim's mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a plug, maybe hold it and see if it's better, Miramonte suggests.
If it's a plug, maybe hold it and see if it's better. I'm just gonna keep repeating.
But it's a plug on... It wouldn't be a plug on your guys' side,
Now
would
we're
it?
in the stream again.
I think it might be your mic, just something about that. But that can't be it because we can hear.
I don't think that's it, yeah. You guys can hear me fine.
So it has to be the way that it's getting to us and then compressing for stream, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. That's really disappointing. Is it a Zoom thing, do you think? Because it didn't really have this that bad with Skype.
Are we back on Zoom? I thought we were still on Skype.
No, we're on Zoom.
Oh, okay. So it could be a Zoom thing.
It could be a
Could
Zoom
be.
thing. Is it... What do we think? Is it undoable?
Yeah, we're using just the cam from the computer for the group here.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Continuing to talk, let me know, I guess, if this is undoable.
See, we lured you here with the promise of Dungeons and Dragons, but what we really needed was tech help on most things in our lives.
Please help us with
Pull
our
out our
stream.
laptop.
Actually,
Just
once
be
we're
like,
done
"What
with this,
the
can
fuck?"
I ask you a few questions about my computer?
What do you think, Kate? Do you just want to try to press forward? I don't know how bad it is in the chat, so I can't make an assessment about...
Reducing the resolution of the webcam on your system. See, I feel like these are all really simple suggestions, and I'm just not good at tech stuff. So,
Duke says, not that big of a deal for me. How do other people feel about it? I would like to just press forward because we have a few people that have to leave a little early, so I don't want to waste too much more time on this. but I also don't want the quality to be so bad that it's unwatchable.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I want to fix.
Not intolerable. Okay. Let's just try to press forward. Awesome. Thanks, Skag. It's appreciated.
Bye,
See you later.
Skag. We'll miss you. I'll read that
Thanks,
DM.
folks. We very much appreciate your.
See you later.
Yeah, it says other people have solved the problem by reducing their resolution of their webcam on their end, is what Luna She says. So maybe it's something we can putz with at our next break. Maybe let's just try to keep playing for now. We really appreciate everybody's willingness to just put up with it. I will try to speak as little as possible. You guys, Turtlehead, what do you do?
Oh no!
This is gonna be horrible.
Turtlehead is New York's
Didn't we just see what did we just see before a break happened?
So you guys are standing kind of on the edge of the
Right,
shell.
the
There's
net.
the net that's coming up and down, and you're gonna have to try to make your way across.
It'd be an athletics check.
Athletics just to run. If you have a different plan or a different idea, you can always do that. But
Can I volley for an acrobatics to do flips?
Somersaults all the way.
There's really not a lot of
This is
anything to
Dark
flip
Souls.
off of. Like, yeah, it would just be endless somersaults.
That's stupid. Slow.
I think Moss, assessing the situation, is going to turn into a wild boar.
Sure. You have
So-
faster speed, I assume, right?
Yeah, so he sees the opportunity to be an animal and run at and on a giant animal, and he's thrilled by it. So, yeah, he's going to transform into a non-flying, non-swimming creature known as a boar.
Oh, what does the transformation look like? Is it like a teen wolf, like bones popping, or is it just like a bright
Is
flash
it
and you're
like
something
Animorphs
else?
where it's super smooth?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more like it's a little more ethereal. It's not like a horrific exchange.
Oh, God.
Just
Skin like falling off.
if nothing else, just for the Junior Adventurers League, he does it like.
Right.
So it's just like he'll probably. Yeah, I'll probably just get down on like all fours and start being like this weird little like thing and just like start like humming or chanting something. I'll come up with something delightful next time. And a bright flash of like kind of green energy, maybe like his totem animal. I don't know. I'll come up with something good for next time. But for this time, green energy, boom, light flash, bang, and then you see a giant wild boar with
Cool.
a little sock cap on.
Little sock cat, got it. Mackenzie, that is true. You can make your equipment appear on you if you want. I looked that up. Moss, then, if you want to try to cross, it will still require an athletics check, but the DC will be substantially lower because your speed is higher.
Yeah.
So are you guys going to all try to go at once, or are you going to go one at a time?
How's
this gonna work?
One at a time.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see how
One
someone
at a
else.
Yeah,
does.
I think if anyone, Moss is gonna judge the group. If he sees anyone, I think he'll probably just offer his services to like each, because he's a big boar. I mean, it's a boar. So I think he's gonna offer
Can I ride
services
him?
to like nudge one of them to get onto his back. Doesn't matter who.
I'll try. I'm smallest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it does matter who. If Theodûir tries to get on first, just immediately, he's gonna buck him.
Oh God, the smell is so ghastly.
Who's going to go first?
I'll try.
Yeah, and I'd wager
it's like
that
a fair.
his boar form probably smells better than he does usually. It's just,
Oh really?
Especially near all the water.
Oh, this smells a little better.
Okay, cool. So I will need an athletics check then from Moss. I'll say you can hold on just fine, Jrmi, but if he fails this, you may have to make a check to stay on and not get swept off.
so, strength. I guess athletics. His strength is
I don't think the board is trained in athletics.
Yeah.
But
his strength is 13, so he gets a +1, I guess.
Yeah.
+1. The DC is pretty low because you have high speed.
I have a 10.
10. 10 is exactly enough. So you can like, hustle your way across, board style. Jrmi's on the back. You can make it up and onto the other side and deposit Jrmi safely.
Yeah.
Do you want to run back?
Yeah, I think on the next pass he'll. Oh, I have to do it every time, don't I? Oh boy.
Yeah.
16. No, 17.
You're good.
All right, next person.
Wait, so you ran across the neck and then you ran back?
I had to
us?
run back. I'm coming back for you guys.
So the neck is there. It went down. You guys waited, and the neck came back up, and he ran back across. And then it went down again, right?
I got
Like
it.
basically, anytime it comes back up, you're presumably running across it.
Yeah, I think this time he'll look at you and he'll probably he knows your style, so he'll go to Theodûir.
I'll pat him on the head.
Yeah.
Pat the
So
cat.
he'll offer his services begrudgingly, and like every time Theodûir tries, he'll like that start and stop when someone reaches for your car door. It's like and finally he'll let you on.
Moss, please, just let me.
He's the
I
best
won't
for
make
you.
the cross without you, please. Don't embarrass me.
Go ahead and make that athletics.
All right, so once he is on, I will 13. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Theodûir can get off, and then you can head back again if you want. Unless you want Val to run on her own.
I think I'll be good.
Yeah, I think
little pat
Moss.
on the
I think
head.
Moss will turn around like on the next upheave to come across, and he'll probably see.
See me.
We'll see.
I'm gonna add him with a 24.
You outrun
Walking
him.
on water, basically.
Yeah.
Just like faster than me, like just
Easy.
It's like before
Totally.
it's completely out of the water. I'm just like there. It's just like what's up?
Boom. Awesome. You guys can all safely make it across. No one is swept dramatically into the ocean. All right. Please forgive the distortion as I read this block text. You stand at the foot of a towering temple of stone and marble. 5 great towers rise from the temple's 5 corners. A massive dome forms the temple's center, painted in a dazzling mosaic pattern. At the top of a small staircase stand 2 enormous doors, one partially ajar. Though the temple might once have been glorious, it is now a shattered ruin. More so than the rest of the ancient city, this temple bears the stain of destruction. Fire has blackened its eaves. 2 of the towers have crumbled and collapsed, and profane writing in an unknown script has been scrawled across its once glossy marble walls. There's a small staircase up to the doors, and the temple has 5 towers and a dome, and there's just like obvious signs of destruction. It's been burned, it's been shattered, 2 of the towers are collapsed, and there's like kind of nasty graffiti that's written in a weird script all over it. What do you want to do?
I would like to try to read the script
There you go.
on the walls, if I could.
Okay. You can make a history check. It'll be pretty difficult. Yeah.
Let's see, what's my bonus? Oh, I got a pretty good history bonus. No, 9.
It's even like the letters are in a completely different script that you've never seen before, right? You don't even have like a base block to try to translate it. You know? What do you guys want to do?
Can I do a perception check for that manicore?
Yeah, sure.
For the manicore.
Nice.
18?
You're specifically looking like in the sky for the manticore.
Yeah.
Now you don't see any sign of it here, but you can see kind of far away and off in the like, main part of the city. Because like if you turn, you can see the whole shell and like all the buildings and stuff. You can see it kind of flapping around far away. I think it's basically on the other side of the city.
Okay.
I'd like to do perception to see if I see any kind of recent paths in the rubble.
Totally.
16.
16. Let me pull this up. Yeah, you see a lot of stuff. So you kind of have to explore around a little bit more, but you can kind of see that there's like footprints in the dust and the rubble that lead up to the doors of the temples. The temple's door is kind of ajar. If you want to go in there, you might see more things. Just looking around, you do notice that specifically there are lots of religious symbols and like icons on the temple that have been shattered. The couple ones that you see, it's as though someone was like specifically like trying to smash the depictions of whatever this god is. And the god depicted is basically like a circle with 5 points sticking out. You realize it's basically a symbol of a turtle, and that any symbol that depicts the turtle here has been smashed. Your 16 will also point out that there are, among sort of graffiti, you see a couple of designs that look a lot like the snarling face of the manticore, as though someone had graffitied the manticore's image over some of the areas where the turtle symbols had been before.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you think, looking for passage, that very recently someone went inside the temple. Yeah.
Hey guys, how do you feel about checking out this temple?
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Moss, are you still there as a boar?
Moss. He's got the form for an hour, which is out of character, but in character. I think he likes being animals. So I think he's gonna snort around and sniff around and investigate.
Do you have keen senses? Isn't that a thing that the boar has, or does it not have that?
It might. I was actually looking at it in you get all the benefits of your class and
I think you get abilities.
class,
I think you
race,
get
and other sources. Let me look up my boar. You've got charge, relentless, which is cool. Actions, tusk.
no keen senses.
I don't see keen senses on here. He might have them, but
Basically, what I would just rule is if you do make a perception, you're basically using your nose because the boar's eye, your nose, you're hearing. The boar's eyes are really bad. You're gonna have bad.
No, I figured he'd be like sniffing around anyway. So
Okay, sure. Yeah, you guys can go inside the temple if you want, or stay out here, or whatever you want to do.
Onward to the temple.
Yeah, I'll go in.
Cool.
yeah, I think
Awesome.
Moss will follow suit, just snorting and
Yeah.
sniffing around, like rooting up something to eat. You know.
You guys can make perceptions once you get inside the temple. It's extremely dark in there. There is still some daylight, obviously, because it's kind of late afternoon, so some of the sunlight will streak in. If you want to light a light source, you can. But I know several of you have dark.
That doesn't.
Using my delightful sense of smell, I rolled a 19.
Okay, cool.
I'll get
I
my
did
torch
too.
out.
I got an 18.
Cool. Yeah, so you guys can see pretty well in here. What'd you get, Jrmi?
I
in your
got a 6,
perception?
so I'll probably
Okay.
not see anything and then take my torch out while they're others seeing things.
Got it. So the torch kind of flares to life and illuminates. You guys can see anyway. There's basically like a little atrium and then this massive domed chamber that's, the watchword today is 100 yards. It's about 100 yards across. And you can see lots of like sort of broken rubble in there. You're not quite sure like what the religious significance of it was. Maybe they were pews, maybe they were stands or something, or statues. It's just basically heaps of rubble. Everything's been broken and shattered in there. However, just inside the atrium, you see there's actually kind of a lot of evidence of recent activity. You see like a big canvas tarp that's kind of been laid down. You see basically like the remains of what looks like a kind of a base camp, as though someone had recently been set up in here. Your sense of smell, Moss, instantly detects like crumbs of food and like traces of like someone had a lunch, right? It wasn't like great food. In fact, your 19 will even tell you that it was specifically like magically created food. The spell create food and water was used, and it's this food that's kind of like scattered, like crumbs of it that are scattered around. Both Theodûir and Val can kind of like search through the remains. You got a 19, right, Val?
Yeah.
So you're probably going to be the one that finds this. Even though Theodûir got an 18. So you guys both like at the same time uncover what's like a little crumpled piece of paper in and among all the sort of personal effects. You can unroll it, and similarly, it's like all a bunch of notes that have been written in this weird code language that you were looking at before, right? The sort of multiple language thing. So some were like taking scholarly notes. It's also kind of written in shorthand, so it's sort of difficult to discern, but with an intelligence check, you could parse out a couple of phrases.
Sure.
I have a -1 to intelligence, so I want to see how bad it can be.
You can try as well, Theodûir, because you're looking at it.
7.
Nope. It's not.
I
It's
was like,
gibberish.
oh, words.
Words again.
You said intelligence, Timothy?
I did say intelligence.
Okay, I only got a mod 10.
Okay. Yeah, you can make it out. You can get a couple of. You can't read the whole thing. But you can get a couple of phrases. You see one phrase, quote, "Devotees of the turtle god," end quote, is one. Quote, "Heretical sect rose to prominence," end quote. And you see another one that's, quote, "must confirm with symbols on dais," end quote. Are the 3 little snippets you managed to pull out of that. And it's because it's all written in like weird academic shorthand with lots of abbreviations and stuff. Those are the little, like, if you were Sherlock and you were reading it, those are the like phrases that would appear around you in the air, right?
Yeah. Cool.
Totally.
Okay.
Jrmi's like just getting the torch lit as this happens.
Yeah.
I think Moss is gonna try and pick up the trail of the food and like he's gonna sniff around at the like just try to get a sense of smell for who's here and where he went or she went.
Okay. Yeah, give me an intelligence check, and I'll say you can do you can have advantage on this.
No. Can I have that, please? Thank you. Ooh, I got myself a 19.
Yes. Definitely the trace and the sense of the person who was around here was an elf, a female elf. And specifically, this is not the first time you would have been in the presence of Professor Galleria Varric as an animal. So you can kind of pick up her signature musk is definitely the professor that you were looking for was here not too long ago, like today.
This is the professor I was looking for.
Yeah,
Is there
indeed.
some way that you like snort at us so we?
Yeah,
can
like
run?
I think he'll probably like whatever he found the scent on, he'll be like snorting at it and like
Excited, yeah.
nudging it with his nose, picking it like
Cool.
scooping it up with his tusk and like bringing it over with peeps.
Cool.
Thanks, Moss. Is this?
I think he'll probably try to get that out of her hands and like get it to someone else. Who's like,
Just trying to like wipe my sweat off with it.
and as soon
Thanks, buddy. Oh,
I needed that.
but I think he's got the
Throw the
smell,
ocean.
so he's gonna try and find.
okay, yeah. You can kind of find the like trail as it kind of wanders out of the temple
Yeah.
and goes back down the stairs. It doesn't even look like the person the scent like most recently went into the deeper temple. So you think it's basically in the atrium and then like a little on the landing and then back basically across the neck.
Huh.
Yeah. Today anyway. Like you can't pick up scents from multiple days ago, but from today. Yeah. What do you want to do?
I'm sorry, you found a piece of paper?
Yeah, a crumpled piece of paper.
Can I try and
that had all
read it?
these notes.
Theodûir has it. I
I,
found
like-
a rag.
You can try it with an intelligence. Theodûir basically got everything there was to know out of it. It's just it's like
Fine.
academic notes basically.
Yeah,
And it
you
specifically
torch,
reference
I got the torch.
devotees of the turtle god is one thing. Heretical sect rose to prominence was another note, and then must confirm with symbols on dais. Yeah. What do you guys want to do?
Well,
I guess we can run across the neck again if we want to.
yeah.
Yeah, should we try to follow that scent? I kind of think we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're gonna do the same system as last
Make
time.
yourself useful, Moss.
I'm going to say the rules of narrative drama and of time are going to say that you guys can, using the system you used before, cross the net without getting swept away. You've already crossed it once. If we had more time, I would be a douchebag and make you do it again. I'm just going to, dramatically, we're going to cut forward to you guys having already crossed the net.
Got it.
Cool. So you continue to follow the trail, Moss. Pretty clearly, it splits, and one section goes one direction, and another set goes the other direction. So the person doubled back or something like that.
Oh.
It's pretty meandering, like it'll stop at a building and kind of circle there for a while and go somewhere else. Like this person clearly just kind of wandered around the city without a lot of direction. If you want to basically go east or west,
Could I roll another intelligence to see which one's more recent, or is that?
yeah, sure.
Advantage again or no?
Yeah, advantage in this case, sure. I'm basically giving you keen sense.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take it. Nat 20.
Hey!
I'll take the gold piece.
Air horn sound. Beautiful.
Belle's kind of distracted and just kind of looking around, and then she hears the oh, right, we're on something.
Yeah, so
Nice.
I think like it's not anything epic. He just like there's no pause. It's just yep.
You just follow one path, yeah. They didn't even know that there were two trails because
No.
you just like go down that way, you know. So yeah, it's the one towards the west. So you can continue to head that way if you want. Cool. So you guys are kind of moving along, following the boar. Once again, both Moss and Valqwyn. I guess everyone would kind of notice at this point, but it takes Jrmi and Theodûir a little longer to notice. The sun is much lower; it's basically setting at this point, and there's kind of a thin layer of water over the streets. Like before, it was kind of wet, but now there's like 2 to 3 inches of water just kind of sloshing around on the sort of the floor of the city, kind of everywhere you go. Some places the streets will go up a little bit and it won't be there, but anywhere there's like a low place, it's all filled with seawater, basically.
I'm still on your back, yeah.
Yeah, you want to be. Yeah.
So the board, you're probably just like up to your like elbows or
Yeah.
whatever.
I
to
don't
go
even
on.
feel.
Nothing along. Makes it a little hard to smell, but since the person will like stop and touch a wall a lot, you can kind of continue to follow the points of it. Do you guys want to try to go stealthily or not?
Nah. Well,
No?
not Val.
I'm probably screaming the professor's name at this point again, too, with
Yeah, I
the
was
easy
really
one.
thinking about that.
Got it. All right. So as you guys are walking along, you kind of pass into sort of an open area that like we would have probably had another fountain or something, but it's all broken. The shadow goes flapping past you again. You're all kind of about to scatter when you see sort of a motion with it, and a tail on the shadow kind of snaps. 3 quills come flying from the sky, fire at 3 of you. Everyone but the boar, ironically.
Yeah.
Of course.
Let's see. Let me get the manticore up. Here we go. So 1 attack against Val. Ooh, there we go. That's an 18. Will that hit you, Val?
Yes, yeah.
Nice. That's only an 8 against Jrmi. And another 18 against Theodûir. So Jrmi is basically like missed. You duck up beneath Val's head. Val gets hit with the dart. Val, you take 9 piercing damage, and Theodûir, you only take 4 piercing damage.
Okay, I'm bloody.
And these are these big, massive quills. These are like maybe like this long, like a 1.5 foot long, and like tapered and like serrated and really gross. Yours, Val, basically like sticks into your shoulder. Theodûir, you're just kind of like scratched by it as it goes by.
Jrmi, you're supposed to warn me about these things.
I didn't see it.
Ow.
But the creature like continues to wing off and doesn't seem to pull back. And
I think as these quills hit in, you'll hear like a moss. Just like
the boar version of
Yeah.
your scream. Absolutely. Ridiculous.
It's like
Cool,
running around
so,
the water looking for. Where do I go?
Theodûir's probably
Where
like,
can I hide?
Griffins don't shoot things out of their tail. This is preposterous.
I told you.
What kind of griffin is this?
Manicore.
Ridiculous. So you're still convinced. Alright, so you guys can continue and head down following the trail. Moss, it will lead you basically down and kind of along the edges of the shell. And it's pretty clear once you start to get over there that the shell has descended maybe about 10 to 20 feet deeper into the water. And it looks as though the turtle is basically starting to submerge. Basically, the ascent will lead you over to the exact area you were in earlier today. You guys can find your parachutes kind of like strung up. Looks over by the tombs. The smell will kind of wind around and head right exactly to the tomb where you were at, where you found that piece of paper.
Super
You wanna do?
But I was like, let's go, guys, let's go. That's funny.
Yeah, so you are now in that tunnel. For those of you who didn't see it before, these are these tombs that are in the side of the turtle shell. A little short tunnel about 20 feet long with a big stone door that has a handprint basically carved into it. And there was previously a note here left for them by the professor warning them against disturbing the rest unless you have the blood of old Chelondia in your veins.
So earlier I was trying to decipher if I could, like the note, like if the handwriting on the note looked familiar or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now that Moss the boar has led us here, and that I have the note again, am I gonna like put this together at all? Do you think? Like it's like,
Yes, you put it
wait a
together.
minute,
Oh.
wait a minute, everyone! I figured it out.
Sure
I
you did.
figured it all
Peter.
out.
Sure you did.
So maybe I'll say like, do we need to push that in? Maybe, like where the handprint is. Maybe. I don't know.
Wait,
You
didn't
try.
you ball up our note earlier?
He
Did you just ball up our note earlier from it? This is trash.
That was a different one, I think, wasn't it?
I don't know if I threw it away, but I did ball it up and I was like, this is garbage. I hate it.
What do you guys do?
Try putting your hand in it.
Yeah, I'm the biggest, so I'll try to put my hand on the thing.
Has it been?
What's your-
We haven't been. Have we been an hour? Because I'm supposed to get out of board for
Oh,
a minute.
by now you're definitely not a boar anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. So I think like as he finally leaves it here, it's just like comes back.
It's like a harpsichord
Yeah.
plays.
Yeah.
And you're back to Moss. So Val, you're gonna put your hand into this thing. You feel like basically your hand kind of gets stuck in there for a second, and you feel this like horrible, cold, black, like necrosis basically creep through your body. You guys see that her hand starts to blacken with these awful spots, and almost looks like it's starting to rot away. You take.
I'm gonna be unconscious. I know.
Gotta tell me.
How much?
You take 14 points of necrotic damage.
Alright, I'm unconscious.
Oh my god, you almost died. She's almost just
She
dead.
stands there and takes it, and like Val's body crumples and her knees give out, and her hand is just all totally blackened up to the elbow. It drops. Yeah.
I think Moss's immediate reaction is just like all of a sudden his slew of curse words and excitement and Dwarven just comes out, and his one of them is the healing words. He's like, ah, shit.
Totally.
just out of excitement, and boom, he'll hit you for a healing word.
Awesome.
So you get.
While that happens, the rest of you guys would notice that the door kind of hisses and rolls away.
Wow.
This was not worth it. Professor!
From the moss?
The moss knows best.
Does Val get released from like the gooey ink
So Val comes back. You are released from it, like your hand basically lets go, but your hand is still up to the elbow, blackened and necrotic, basically. Yeah.
So I'm down to one weapon.
You can still use it, like it still works fine, but it looks all horrible and desiccated and covered in these black pores and stuff.
And do like an Arcana check on it or something like
Sure.
that? God, I'm rolling like poo-poo
Is it Fletcher's
today.
hand?
I only got a 6.
It's not completely stone, but
I'm not on my
It's frozen in place, yeah.
I can't. It's disgusting.
You got 6, Theodûir?
thanks, Theodûir. That really helpful.
Yeah.
I know it's disgusting.
What do you guys want to do?
Actually, I kind of want to, if it's okay, I'd like to also just roll just to see if I'd seen this before. What am I rolling? Arcana?
That's what I tried.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do Arcana or you can do Medicine.
Ooh, I'm trying medicine.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one I'm better at. Definitely medicine.
Yeah.
So with medicine, I have a 17.
Okay, yeah. It is definitely a magical effect. It's not a natural effect. Although, since you use medicine, you don't know what kind of magic. You don't think that it's permanent, but it does look as though her arm is the same, like, is basically a dead arm. Like, up to her elbow is as though it's undead.
So she's
You
like half
think-
zombie.
Yeah, you think that over time it would basically recede as her actual blood starts to pump back through the arm, but you don't know how long that will take. Imagine there are some spells, like a restoration spell, that would probably restore it as well. But it has no... Yeah, I like that idea too, that like when you're not using it, it just flops forward, right? Like it just looks dead. It won't have any mechanical impact on you in the same way that Fletch's hand, ironically, had no mechanical impact.
But it kind of just goes back to this position.
Yeah, I think Moss, he probably doesn't know exactly what it is, but he'll just he'll make decisions like you need to get the blood flow to it, so he'll sit there and poke at it for a minute, and then he'll just start just just rubbing it, and that weird massage thing. It's like
No effect.
you'll probably okay, I guess.
Ridiculous.
Thanks for trying, Moss. I appreciate it.
Alright, what do you guys want to do?
Do you want to venture forward?
I'm gonna
Door's
charge in
open.
there. I'm really mad. I'm getting sassy.
Professor!
Go ahead a
Stop
little bit.
hiding. We gotta go home.
At the end of a short hallway, the tomb opens into a small round chamber. A slab of stone is the chamber's only occupant, spread with a fine layer of dust. The short hallway, however, has been converted into a small campsite. A backpack, a bedroll, and an ample supply of rations can be found here, in addition to adventuring gear and many scribbled notes, all written in the same oblique hand that merges multiple languages. There's like a lantern and again some food and things like that, but there is no trace of the person that would have been here.
I think Moss is gonna eat some of the food. Moss definitely is he's gonna go and investigate the area, but he's also just like, oh.
Can I do an
It's
Arcana?
basically like colorless, tasteless bread. Like it tastes almost like nothing, right? Again, you probably had this before. This is magically created food, right? It
He'll
has
be
no-
he'll eat the first bite with gusto, and then the rest he's like, ugh.
Yeah, totally.
You wanted to do a check, Ethan?
I was gonna do an Arcana check on the food to see if it was magical food, but
Oh.
It is magical food, yeah. I mean, you guys would be familiar with you guys all have those pack lunches, right? That magically create.
Yeah.
So it's the same kind of food, yeah.
oh, so we would kind of recognize it.
It's a school lunch.
Yeah, it's basically a school lunch. Yeah.
Can I do an intelligence check to try and read some things?
Yep, go for it.
I want to try that too.
No, only me. No, you should try.
You should try.
2. Nothing? Can I read any of the words? Did I become a
There's paper everywhere.
How'd you do, Theodûir?
Good lord. I'm rolling so bad today, you guys.
Raw talent.
Mod 10.
Yeah, 10 is enough. You can leave it separate. Once again, it's that Sherlockian, only a phrase here or there comes out. Quote, another visit to the temple tomorrow, end quote. Quote, sacred tombs for the turtle worshippers, end quote. Quote, protected against grave robbers, end quote. The 3 phrases you get there.
Interesting.
Can I do perception to see if anything's moving around?
Yeah, sure. Cool. Like, inside the tomb?
Yeah, if there's anything, like, living that I can hear or see or whatever. Just any sort of movement aside from us. 12.
12? There's a crab. There's a crab that's crawling across the ground kind of deeper in the...
Yeah.
I'll maybe think that it's you because I forgot that you were like back to human. And don't know where you went. And I'll be like, Moss, what are you doing now? That's so unhelpful.
Moss is like standing right behind you.
Yeah, just right next to you, just like with
Arnold
this
that breathes
crappy
too loud.
food, just like
You just look like the Earth though, so like I forget. I can't see you sometimes.
blend in with it. I'm right here, guys.
Ooh, right. Wow.
Are there any other exits or anything, or is this just that one?
Nope, just the one. It's a tomb.
Suppose we keep going.
Yes.
Is there anything else in like the little living area that the professor made?
There's a backpack full of supplies and lanterns and like adventuring gear. I mean, is there anything in there you're looking for in particular?
No, just anything special that stood out since I can't
Money. I mean, school credit.
I mean,
there is like a substantial money purse. There's probably about like a little coin purse there of real money.
Has really good sleight of hand.
well, I'm in his stuff, so I'm just gonna take it
There you go. I love it.
to get back to him later.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's what you're trying to pickpocket out of me.
There are approximately 50 gold worth of various assorted coins in there, which is a lot of money.
That's
Yeah,
a
it
lot
is.
for little kids,
I'm
right?
keeping
like
it.
That.
I'll give it
did you
back later,
find?
maybe.
What do
Nothing.
you have?
I heard something
It's like
more
$500 basically. Yeah.
Did you find something?
Shut up! There's more letters here. You read them. I can't.
What did you find?
Letters.
Can I try to see if I see what you got?
You can do a perception. Yeah. Roll a sleight of hand. Jrmi. Dexterity if you don't have it.
I got,
18.
oh,
Yeah.
you rolled pretty well,
Nothing.
huh?
I got 4
I rolled
for
a 17.
I got +4 for something.
Haha!
You know that Jrmi found something, but you don't know what it is, and you don't have any reason to suspect that it's gold.
Nah, I didn't find anything.
Probably
Nah.
some stupid rock or something.
Yeah,
isn't
that's what it is.
it? Some dumb little
It's
rock.
gross and dumb, and it's for my brothers. Leave me alone.
That sounds about right, doesn't it? He gets like weirdly personal about it.
Hand me down ropes. You must be a Jrmi.
You also think that Odo is really cool, but you would never admit it.
No, I would never.
You want my brother to
I
think
would
you're cool
never.
too.
No.
You're just
That's
jealous.
the
of
thing.
your
Alright,
own
what's
child.
next?
He does know a lot of the things he's wrong, but he just doesn't admit it.
What's next? I think Moss,
Totally right.
during their exchange, is not interested, and he's going deeper.
Yeah. Well, the tomb just kind of ends, right? So it's just sort of a
Oh, so we're
That's
at the
it.
dead
end.
end.
And we,
Oh, I thought there was more. Moss will investigate to see where the hell the professor is, because he knows, with his porcine brains, he knows that the professor is
Okay.
here.
Sure, go for it. Investigation.
Yeah, investigation 18 unmodded.
Yeah. So you don't see any more evidence of the professor in here besides the like base camp and stuff like that. But you do know that basically looking at the notes and things, the professor has made reference to 2 different locations at this point. They've talked about here the notes you found here talking about going to the temple, and you've seen notes that talk about going to the dais. Otherwise, you don't see any other evidence of where they would have possibly gone. That's the only thing that jumps out to you with your 18 is that the
Yeah.
dais you haven't personally been to. The other 2 have been there, but you and Theodûir never actually made
Yeah.
it to the dais. So
Moss will probably rub his hand over the stones and everything, and then realize that he's in this tomb, and he's like, "Oh shit, we should be in the tomb. Don't mess with the tombs." That's what Granddad always said. So he's just like, but he'll just be like, "Well, dais, we should go there instead. They're just probably there."
Oh, I think
Oh yeah, we know where that is.
Yeah.
We can go.
Yeah, we know the way.
That's where I landed perfectly earlier.
I kind of slid in stylishly later.
We were really cool.
We're very cool in the dice. Let's go
I
back.
am.
We can relive those
Moss will
moments.
just stare at them blankly until they start moving, like show the way. It's like,
Yeah, that's where we're gonna go.
Such a weird little kid.
He's like awkwardly close.
Yeah. It's like slowly just getting like.
All right. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to head over towards the dais?
Yes, I would follow.
Okay, cool. So you guys can head that direction. The two of you guys know where it is by now. It's obviously centrally located. As you leave the tombs and start to climb up, you would have noticed this when you were in there too, since the door was open. The water is just continuing to rise. By the time you guys leave, it's like up to your chest. You guys are kind of like waiting.
I'm gonna assume you're on my
this
shoulders
water.
again.
100%.
It's probably up to like my neck. I'm not a large.
That's true. You're a dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to the like a child's chest. It'd be up to like an adult's knee or something like that, right? But like still having difficulty getting through this water. It's pretty clear that the turtle is just slowly sinking into the waves.
Yup.
Trying to be quiet or not trying to be quiet?
Have we learned our lesson?
No, I'm tired and I want to go home.
Slash.
Moss don't care.
Sir!
Moss don't care.
Are we almost there?
Okay. If Jrmi is shouting, then that answers the question.
Are we almost there?
So Jrmi, as you guys get closer, actually all of you, as you guys get closer and closer towards the dais, you're shouting, "Professor, Professor," right?
Yeah.
And you hear, "Hello?
Professor?
Who's that?"
It's us!
Are we
Kind of like faintly,
Junior
right?
Adventures League.
Are you a rescue party?
Yes?
Sure.
Oh, how delightful! Here you are. I'll come to you.
All right.
Okay, we're at the dais!
We'll just keep kind of making noise.
You're not quite there yet, but you're headed in that
Almost
direction.
there.
We're just gonna be splashing in the water. Just like...
Before that happens,
Oh shit.
suddenly landing immediately in front of you with a huge splash in the water. That's the manticore.
Immediately, you just see
Out.
Moss's hands up out of the water, and then a gurgle.
And that's it.
Tail out, big roar, just blocking the whole alleyway with its wings and its size, just roaring straight at you guys. Initiative, please.
Turds.